Hello, my name is Asie Ocansey. I am the founder of the Nekotech Center in Ghana, West Africa, and the Asie Ocansey Foundation in America. The documentary you are about to see has changed my life. I'm sure it will change yours too. AIDS is silently killing millions of people, including babies, all over the world. In Africa alone, the death toll from AIDS is more than the cumulative death toll from all of the wars and natural disasters on Earth. 12 million AIDS orphans now in Africa will reach 40 million by 2010, unless we do something now. This is a call for a mass action. Please answer this call. Let's stop millions from dying. Thank you.
The greatest assets of a nation are its people. Yet the African continent cannot protect the lives of its people from the menace of HIV/AIDS. Over 22 million Africans are infected with HIV/AIDS, the highest in the world. Do you have to sit and watch these children run into this AIDS menace? On May 9, 2001, Ghana witnessed the death of 126 able-bodied men, women and children from a stadium disaster. Some called it shocking, others said it was puzzling. But in Ghana, a May 9th occurs every day. Every day, 125 people are sentenced to death by HIV/AIDS. You could be next, unless you join us to save 1 million lives now. Just as this victim of HIV/AIDS is doing with her last breath.
Mama, how did all this happen?
We know everything already.
So you said 1985. What happened in 1985? What made you go and get tested? Were you feeling a certain way?
Yes.
Who got tested first, you or your husband?
Myself.
You tested before your husband? Did you have any children?
Yes.
After the 85?
Yes.
How many children?
Prosper. And
you know. And who?
We just the small ones.
2 children? Are any of them HIV positive? Which one?
Prosper.
Prosper is HIV positive?
Yes. We call you Prosper. Cool. I have 50 years. Middle school, better as primary school, class 5. Who give me one and who give me one and I'm a Toyoji. HIV 99. No school and not one. I love no school and no tomato in the Kakuna Hamane. I love no lapono, no bagba. But no Natano. Which was doing a bonnet, beautiful, and the Kakunogama.
How did your family treat you at first when you told them that you had AIDS? Did you tell them you had AIDS when you tested HIV?
My mother.
You told your mother? Did she understand it?
Yes.
Had she heard about HIV before?
No.
So how did you explain it to her?
I told her everything.
When was the last time you had a job? When did you stop? Have you been working before?
Yes.
What kind of work were you doing before?
As a nurse.
As a nurse? At the hospital?
Hospital.
And because of this, you stopped going to work? When did you stop working?
Let me see, just this year.
So 3 years ago you stopped working. So how have you been feeding yourself?
Mother.
Your mother has been taking care of you. Your mother is how old?
75.
75. What job does she do?
Nothing.
No job?
No. Babra Adra. Kimada Sunakumi. Afani do. Mimi wo. Midi afani ya mama yidi afani. Mikono miezi ujikumi. Kina afani do wagana nesi. Imina aglida. Aglako damalo. Kawako. Kisronye kwa amalaka mali. Komina fom. Allah de viola c'est nous. Na ta fama poji. Na kola blade ni kola oji pome. Ke mo oji pola. Ko enye nyanku ke. Ka kekene nko de ka agbare. Ala ku gbo ko de kala de demi. Le do kola oji pome. Ame ha pa chodo heje. Ko jode fofo enye tu ye keke. Hali. Because you are to do, no matter what, Mana, we watch it, don't go. Only mock a corner, nene, the cover, ecology for me. Like in hacking up for a dinner, the man I which are queen for now on me. I'll be my mouth, you will body. I'm a malone to me. Malabana, no hanachi, no lucusi. Look at going hand and packet. Were
you getting diarrhea then?
No.
No diarrhea. What pain were you getting?
Bodily pains, headache and stomach.
Bodily pains, headache and stomach. What about skin rashes?
Yes.
You got some skin rashes? Were you coughing a lot?
No.
No coughing? Okay.
Because of my parents, I got to know that AIDS is real. So when my father died 99, I always think about my mother and my junior brother. And I don't know, we don't have any helpers, we don't have any family who can take care of us except my grandmother. So I would like to advise the parents and our fathers that they should stay with our mothers and happy King's home anytime. So because of that, I stopped schooling because of money. I'm not going to school again. So my friends, they all know that my mother affects HIV. So they are not free with me like how we are first. So I'm also worried about it. Always I made this step, I'm thinking about it, because I don't know that this is what is going to happen in my future. My father's family doesn't care for us. When my father died, they didn't even come here to visit my mom and greet her, how she feels, what to eat. She doesn't care about it. So we left to my grandma alone.
It's just important for us to realize that when people ask for help, that there's a reason they're asking for help, because there is a real need. And it's not something that's made up. It's something that's very real. And it's something that we've seen just in the short few months that we've known this family. And it's something that we'd like to encourage everyone everyone to realize and acknowledge that this is a problem that is not only affecting this country, but is affecting all of us, all over the world. That is why we came, because we were called to help, and because we also need to realize for ourselves that there are things that we can do to help.
So what all you want to say to the world is that AIDS is real and it hurts. Any other thing? How do you want to be remembered?
Through you, I think I'll also become something before I die.
Through God, you become something before you die. I'm just a messenger.
Amen.
Okay? We will continue to pray for you.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen. Are you crying? Why?
I'll never forget those words.
Don't cry.
There are millions of people who are suffering from this disease, but they have no face. There's so much work that we have to do, and this continent is dying every day. And there are people who can help, but they are not helping. There are resources that can stop this from happening to innocent people. And
Okay.
I'm glad that today you have helped us to put a voice to this condition, because it's wrong for any human to have to suffer this way.
Mama kuma tomiomo okwa mi kwi wa brabwe mu mi ejume biara ye arade mi pray edu
These are the footprints of Africa's future until we do something about this disease. It is unacceptable that our continent has 12 to 14 million AIDS orphans. Shoes for 1,000 feet. seeks to bring attention on these AIDS orphans. Every time we go to villages, I used to notice that our kids don't have shoes on their feet. So one day I brought a pair of shoes back for one of the orphans, and she slept with that shoe on her chest. And that made me realize how important